Hey, what's good, fam? It's your boy Ed Love Live, and I'm with
Mrs. Love.
There you go, Mrs. Love in the house. Hey, listen, this is season 1, episode 1 of the Love Bus.
Beep, beep.
That's right, that's right. And so what we're talking about today on season 1, we're going to start from the beginning because I know a lot of people are asking what in the world is going on with your boy Ed Love Live and why are we RVing? So we're going to talk about from the beginning to the end, from the RV buying process all the way down to the lessons learned and anything else that, you know, we come up with. Y'all with me? Cool. Let's talk about the RV buying process because I know we need to get into this. So let's see. When did we decide to buy an RV?
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year. Now, we're filmmakers, so in the filmmaking process, you typically rent RVs for, you know, either your cast, your actors, actresses, your executive producers, or whoever's on. So you typically would rent an RV, and so with our last production, Courage to Stand, big shout out to Courage to Stand. Whoop, whoop. We rented some RVs, and we absolutely fell in love with this one particular RV, a Class A, which is what we ended up purchasing, a Class A RV. And so we fell in love with it. Sammy here, he fell in love with it. He down here chilling. Y'all see his ear? He chilling. He fell in love with it. And so we decided last year that we were going to purchase an RV just so that we can take trips.
And it satisfies my obsession with tiny houses.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Mrs. Love loves tiny houses.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So this satisfies that for now. I'm quite sure in the future we're gonna end up purchasing a tiny house.
On wheels.
On wheels.
Maybe we can build it.
Maybe we can build it. Where you going, boy? Hey.
He's got somewhere to go.
Okay. So we got somewhere to, let's get into the buying process. So we searched and searched for like 3 or 4 months, trying to decide what we want to buy, whether we want to go with a new one, right?
Right.
Or an used RV based on, you know, what we want to do as far as travel around the globe. So
the globe.
The nation.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this episode. We're gonna get through it. So anyway, so we decided to go with a used RV. Brand new RVs, Class A's, the type we wanted, was very, very, very expensive, to the tune of over $100,000. That's right, you heard it right, $100,000. That's a cheap side of the Class A brand news. They have some Class A's that are $500,000. Beautiful, but yeah, definitely out of our budget. So we ended up going with a used RV.
Yeah. Plus, you would agree. We didn't want a note. We wanted to have it debt free.
That's true.
And because we don't know what we're doing.
That's right.
We figured something older that we could renovate.
Yes.
Kind of suited what we were looking for.
That's right. Wanted to go used because we wanted to pay cash. And be done with the whole process. So that's what we did. We saved our little chips, and we found the perfect used RV down in Lakeland. I believe it was. It was in Lakeland, Florida. They're all over. If you guys looking for RVs, just go to rvtrader.com, or you can just go to the Facebook Marketplace. Actually, we found this on the Facebook Marketplace. Just be careful. We had to be very careful. You know, some crazy folk out there, and they're trying to run schemes on you. So be careful. This was a cash deal, so we had to make sure we were very careful. So we found this RV, a Fleetwood Bounder. Our RV is actually a 2001 Fleetwood Bounder 36S, which just means it's 36 feet. And in 2001, this was the Mac Daddy of the Fleetwood Bounders. It came with all kinds of good stuff, which we are enjoying to this day, and we're going to get into it. But anyway, we found this on Facebook Marketplace. So I traveled down to Lakeland, you know, just to meet the guy, and so I met him. Now, I was a little, you know, it was kind of sketchy. The dude that sold this to me, you know, yeah, it was a, what they call that, a private sale, right? It's that what they call it? Yeah, so it was a private sale. And so I had to be really careful. I needed to make sure the title was clear. It wasn't like a junk title, or, you know, when a car gets totaled out and it has to say like junk on the title, so, or something like that. So we had to make sure that it was legit. So I did all the research. I did the title search, made sure that everything was clean. I went to the DMV. So the day comes where we need to do the deal, right? And so I called Mrs. Love up. I said, hey, we about to do it. Found the guy. The deal is great. So we go down there, we look at it. And for me, when I see things, I see the vision down the road. I see what I can do with it, what I can paint or whatever. And not a lot of folks, you know, have that kind of vision. They'll look at something at face value and be like, oh my God, this looks tore up. I can't deal with it. No, pass. Or it smells, yeah, because this thing smells like a mold. It smells. But yeah, if it was up to her, she'd have been like, peace, I'm out.
Untrue.
No?
Untrue. With the amount of tiny house videos that I'm looking at and all these people that are renovating school buses and all the other stuff, that didn't bother me.
What bothers you? Anything? Did anything bother you about this process?
No.
Okay. I was scared of the dude. The dude just wasn't right for me. But anyway, so fast forward, we decided this is what we want. We wanted the bounder. It had everything, onboard generator, a washer dryer hookups, slide out. It had all that we wanted. Hydraulic system, which that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you about the lessons learned on that, because that wasn't pleasant right there. But anyway, so I was telling you guys, this sale was a little sketchy. I got my bootleg sales contract that I wrote up, and I really did. I wrote it up. You're gonna see it. It's on the screen. And I wrote this little bootleg contract up. I took his driver's license because I was scared. I'm like, I don't know about this. I need to make sure if something go down, I need to be able to contact this guy. So I got his license, driver's license, took a picture of it. I wrote up the contract, and just so in good faith, when we saw it, I gave him like $100, and I wrote up a receipt and said, I'll be back with the rest of the cash the next day. And so we wrote that up. I gave him $100, and I just figured, hey, if the guy runs off on my $100, then that's $100. Hey, whatever. So I come home, we come home, I said, hey, I'm gonna withdraw the cash from the bank tomorrow, and then we're gonna just go down. And that was another thing, he wanted cash. And I'm like, oh Lord, this dude won't take no cashier's check, no money order, which I can understand. It's a lot of scam. I know, he probably did.
So what they hit you with? Bruh, they gave me 10 years.
And so I get the cash the next day, and I said, you know what? I'm not going down to Lakeland on my own. So I called up my ride or die, my man Lebo, because Lebo is like 18 feet tall, about 500-700 pounds. He's a big dude, and you don't want to mess with him. Plus, he carries a big gun. So I said, Lebo, I need you to go down to Lakeland with me. I'm going to meet this dude. I'm going to pick up this RV, and I really don't trust him, and I got a lot of cash on me, so can you roll with me? Of course, Lebo was like, yo, let's do it. Let's roll. So we get down to Lakeland. The dude is standing there. He in a car with like 6 dudes in a big old truck. He said he was at work, and he had to leave work at a construction site or whatever he said. And so we pull up. We see this big old dually truck. Bunch of folks up in there, and I'm like, they looking sketchy, I'm looking sketchy. We both packing, Lebo and I, and I'm like, hey, look, if it go down, like Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, we bad boys for life, yo. Okay. All right, so ride or die, we rolling, and I check out the RV, it started up, crank it up. I did all that before, but I want to do it again. We rolled the slide out, we pushed it out, made sure that's working, air conditioning working just fine. The top units, the front end units, everything icy cold. Cranked up the generator, just cranked up on a dime. So I'm satisfied. So I say, hey, Lebo. I go back to the car. Lebo had the cash. I say, hey, give me the envelope with the cash. I'm going to go up in the RV. We going to do this deal. I'm telling you guys, I'm nervous. I say, if you see anybody jump out that truck behind, you just start letting off some of them 45 rounds in them, Now, we weren't going to do that, but we were going to take care of that cash. I can tell you that much. But anyway, so I'm up in the RV. We sitting at the dining room table counting out the cash. I mean, stacks upon stacks upon stacks upon stacks upon stacks, right? Right?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
So we make the deal. I give him the cash. We sign the title over. God. This ain't nothing but God. There was a DMV actually right across the street from where we made the deal. I mean, right down the street. Wasn't even a half a mile.
So either it was across the street or down the street?
Down the street.
Okay.
Smarty.
I'm just saying. You said I was right across the street. Down the street, around the block.
You finished?
About 7 miles away. Go ahead.
It was a half a mile. So go down there. We pull in with this big old 36-foot RV. We rolling. Get in there. I have my title. I go in there. I said, hey, look, I want to do this title. The lady is like, okay, that's fine and dandy, but this is
stolen.
No, it's not stolen. It was a long wait. It was like a 2-hour wait because this place you had to make appointments. I'm like, I ain't waiting here for no 2 hours. I'm all the way in Lakeland. I said, you know what? I'm just going to take my chance. I'm going to drive it all the way back to Altamont Springs, and then I'm going to go to the DMV in the morning, and I'm just going to pray that everything works out with this title.
And then that's when you got pulled over.
I didn't get pulled over.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, God. So, I get back to Altamont Springs. I'm rolling on the highway, by the way, y'all. I opened up. This is a big this is a 10-cylinder motor. I think it's a 455 in there. 10 cylinders. This big boy was opened up on 429. I'm rolling. What? Right?
You know what it makes me think of?
What?
Sherelle's favorite story.
Oh, that story in Texas. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing,
okay,
y'all.
Go ahead.
So I'm rolling. Wow! It does remind me of the Texas story. Wow! I'm rolling, y'all, down 429. Y'all who are in Florida, y'all know 429. It's wide open. Wow! So we rolling. And so I'm like, yeah, this thing is right. The motor right, transmission right, everything is right. It can't get no righter. And so I get back to the house and I park it and I said, Lord, tomorrow morning, I got to go to the DMV and I'm going to get this thing. So the next day came, took the title over to the DMV and put it up on the counter. I'm still praying. The lady, DMV folks that work at the DMV, they ain't even really trying to be there. So she looked at the title, looked at me, talked about insurance. So I said, okay. So I gave her my insurance card, which I'd already put it on my insurance. And that was another thing. When I called the insurance company, I said, is there any way to look up this title to see if it's clean or not? And they said they can't look it up to see if it's clean or is it stolen or something, but they can look it up to make sure the VIN number matches the type of vehicle, which they did. They said, oh yeah, you gave me the VIN number. This is a Bounder 36S, yada, 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 yada. So I'm like, whew, okay, well, at least they got that point in the system. So back to the DMV. The lady looks at the title, looks at me, gives her my insurance card, told her how much I paid for it, because, you got to pay taxes on whatever you paid for it. And so I told her how much I paid for it. She didn't even ask for a receipt or whatnot. So I could have told her I paid $5 for it and paid like 48-cent taxes. But, God was looking. So, Sammy's in the background playing, running around or whatever. He likes the RV. He's having a good time. Anyway, back to the story. I'm at the DMV. The lady looking at me, I'm probably sweating bullets. She probably like, oh yeah, this dude up here trying to run an okie doke. So she checks everything, the license, my license, and all that good stuff. And so then she comes back and she says, hey, it's gonna be such and such how much money. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was relieved because she was at that point where she was ready to charge me. But then I'm like, dang, it's a lot of money. You want. And so she's like, do you have any license plates in the system? And I just so happen to have several license plates in the system, which you shaved off a lot of money. So I said, yeah, take this license plate, put it on there, whatever. She registered it. I gave her my money and everything cleared out. She gave me a brand new title. Plus I have one electronic on file. So that way I don't have to pay this fee again. Because I had to pay like an $80 fee for something because it wasn't filed electronically or whatever. And so I did that. I said, hey, I want electronically, whatever, gonna save me money in the future. And I grabbed that title. I remember calling my wife. I was like, hey, whoo, I'm out the DMV. I got the title. It's ours. Didn't I do that?
Yes.
I was excited, wasn't I?
Yes.
And so from that point on, I went and put my license plate on the Big Daddy Love Bus, and we started our renovation project. And so that is the buying process Whether you want to buy new or used, do your research. There's so much research out there, and have fun, because that's what we're doing. We've already taken several trips from all the way to the furthest. What is that? The furthest point south or whatever we went to? Southernmost point, all the way up to Atlanta, Georgia. Stone Mountain. We went to Fort something Clinch. We've been to some places in this RV, and we got lots of footage that we're going to share with you guys. This is just episode 1 of season 1. We want to talk about the buying process. So that's it. Tune in next Sunday, same time, same YouTube channel. Share it with your family and friends, and let's get this entertainment thing going. This is your boy Ed Love Live.
I don't know.
That's her.
Yeah.
That's her. And Sammy is here playing with his toy, and we out.
Yeah, and thank you guys for sharing. I got text messages from people. People have been subscribing, so that's kind of dope.
We got subscribers.
Yeah,
We got subscribers.
It's just that we just doing the first one, we got a lot of support, and we appreciate that.
We do. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we hope this thing blows up, because we want a lot of people to experience what we're experiencing. Because a lot of folks may not be able to get an RV. So
right, because this ain't just for old people.
That's right. And it ain't just for white people. That's why I titled this "But You're Black." By the way, that's the name of the title of this episode. But you're black. Because so many people are like, Ed, what are you doing? You're black. Black people don't do this. Black people do this. It ain't a lot. Definitely ain't a lot, but it ain't just for white people. And it's a lot of fun. That's the key. It's a lot of fun. So,
Sammy, stop.
Yeah, stop, Sammy.
Don't go.
Okay, so we gotta go. Say we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Sing us a goodbye song.
I don't sing.
Sing us a goodbye song. So we saying goodbye from the love bus.
No.
With...
can you... No.
All right, guys.
No, just stop it.
We out.
Yeah. Bye.
Next Sunday. Peace.
Beep, beep.